Wait, yes! Dude, that's gonna make it so much easier to do that. Oh, let's go, Stewie! I think by far... Oh, Kenny! Kenny! Oh, I thought Kenny just jump shot him. Oh, Nitro's got another DAC. Nitro. I think the best looking part of this map yet is Squeaky, by far. Squeaky is the best looking part of this map so far. Dude, what are these liquid jerseys? Why have they got his... Why is it Spider-Man? Dude, Tree Room looks very nice as well. It genuinely looks a lot more run down than what it did, and I think that's what they were trying to go for originally. Ooh, Kenny. Kenny. Dude, look at that lighting! Look at... That lighting was sick! Stewie's got it. This game is just so clear that it does not matter. Stewie! Stewie! Dog. Round of applause for Doggo. Lovely. Where's that? Dude, Checkers. Checkers is also very sick. Dude, that new boost is actually sick. It's such a good off angle. Blocked. Dude, that angle is so good. That angle is actually so goddamn good. I hope they kept all of the original lineups that were already done. It looks like they've stuck with, like, the stripes at T-spawn. That new ladder spot for Zed. Dude, mid actually looks beautiful. This whole map looks beautiful. But it's not too over the top to the point where you can't play the map anymore. It's like, it looks beautiful, but it's balanced. Like, it's not too over the top where it's gonna decrease FPS and stuff like that. Like, I would feel this map isn't going to run badly at all. I feel like this map's gonna run fine, completely fine. Because, I didn't catch it, but pretty much all of the textures are blend textures, and then all of the props are, like, the vines and stuff hanging all over the place, props that really don't decrease FPS that much. Dude, Highway actually looks really good, like, with the texture on the ground. Glad to see Shroud's still a thing. Dude, the lighting coming through the windows is actually so good. Ooh, that angle. That angle could be a pretty good angle. I'm gonna have to watch that back from a different POV to see how much you stick out there. Dude, that's such a good jumping spot. Nitro, you genius. That's exactly what I wanted to see. You can see the classic Z smoke deployed there, but there's still an option for Nitro to be part of the...
To call out there, we saw Stewie get that Zeus kill in mid, and he was using the new roof there to his advantage. So if you go to that close to the T mid boost,
that's a good idea. Actually, yeah, that's a really good idea to sit there. Wow. Yeah, if you crouch in that corner there. Dude, I haven't fully just gathered how good this map looks. And the fact that we're gonna be able to play this. We're gonna be able to play this. This isn't a mod. This is going to be in matchmaking. In a few months. If not a few weeks. Elige! You're a god! So yeah, they've kept like that A sign there, so all of the lineups should be the same. Yes! And I don't know if you guys know this, I'm gonna rewind it back in post, but those 4 squares there can be used for mid lineups. I'm so glad they kept that. That was the main thing I really didn't want them to get rid of.
Tweak any of the spawn.
Okay, well there we go.
Oh, they didn't tweak any spawn timers, so that's really good.
With this new hole in the wall, it makes Twist's advance up highway a whole lot more risky. You have a smoke on Z, you were free. 15 seconds bought, take your highway control. Now he's got to be a little bit more conscious as he exposes
Yeah, that's
himself.
something I really like. Like, if you smoked Z as a T, you literally had, oh, that door in Squeaky. That door looks sweet.
It looks like a thicker door.
I'll get kills through
Like
that door.
fork, highway.
What was
Headshot
I
coming
saying?
through that door, like, it would do the same way you better do on that
Can't even remember what I was
position, but,
saying.
there's the 5-7
Yeah,
position.
okay,
Here
so
we go, Team Toxic and
that's
Team
something I
Blue.
really didn't like about
Right now, it's 7-6 as we get to
Old
the
Cash.
round 14. As
You
Jackson
could
mid-control, the classic mid-smoke to
just
block
throw
the
one
target
smoke
tag,
at
tries
mid
to close
towards
the
Z,
and now
and
it's
you
a
would
bit
pretty
of
much
a
have
but it's gonna be tagged.
all
Checking
mid
himself
control.
position, and that's just him alone. Or can he
Just
have to go for
because
the re-peek? You can see
nobody
he's
can
very
peek
aware
out.
of the window, but he
Nobody
doesn't
can
seem
peek
to
out
be
the Z.
thinking at all.
The
And
only
now
other
shot
place
from
they can
Jackson,
theoretically
converted
be
as required.
is white box. So you just peek white box. Unless they boost up into vents, which you're gonna be able to hear anyway, then you've pretty much had all control. Whereas now, even if you smoke Z, yes, the common angle's smoked off, but you still have to be careful for that little ladder rooms. And then you now have two. You now have 2 angles to peek for mid if you want to go up highway. Dude, they've got the same sort of brick design in Checkers as well, man. I feel like the first couple games I play of this game, of this map, are just gonna be testing things out, looking at the map, just literally looking at the map, finding new wallbang angles and stuff like that. God, Twist is just a legend. Dude, that new angle? So, this map really reminds me of those montages that you see that almost completely change the map. I'm gonna just mute this for a bit. It feels like, hold on, I'm gonna get some sort of background noise into there that you're barely gonna be able to hear. Okay, I'll turn it back up. But it really feels like the map is going to be slightly more CT sided now, and I don't particularly think that's a bad thing. Well, I'd say it's more CT sided for mid, but once again, I'm saying that's completely not a bad idea because it was so incredibly T-sided. Mid was so incredibly T-sided, it was unbelievable. Like, one smoke to smoke Z, and you could go anywhere mid. Like, no questions asked. If there was one white box, take the one out white box. Yeah, they now have the info that you're mid, but at least you're not being shot by an AWP in Z. So, that's all I'm saying. Do I still have this angle? I do. Yo, but it's old. It's really old. Am I? Nah, I'll go back to this. So, yeah, I think this being, well, mid being a slightly more CT-sided pursuit now is entirely not a bad thing at all. Like, usually you don't want to have the map completely one-sided, but that's exactly what it was before. It was, mid was completely T-sided if you were gonna rush it, so literally all you needed to do was smoke one spot, or smoke Z, check sandbags, check white box. If they're not there, you have complete mid control as a T now. Just no questions asked, you have complete mid control. Whereas now, if you smoke Z, you're gonna have to continuously have one person check that ladder room angle. Because if they get smoked off Z, they're more than likely going to go up on ladder unless they play it sort of smart and not peek up on the ladder, because that is a possibility. It's probably better if you don't, just if you get smoked off Z, go immediately up the ladder and peek out that wall, because if you do, they're 100% expecting you to be there, right? But yeah, thoughts? The map looks amazing. It just shows you how good of map makers they are. They did this, and I think 5-6 months. They completely remade the map from scratch and made it look amazing in 5 to 6 months. I really just want them. I don't know. I want to take a better look at CT. Because CT, like, it looks like it's so open. That was a nice shot from Ethan. Oh, from Elise, sorry. Ooh. That's smoke. You can do a better lineup for that. But that smoke could be really good. See, I'm wondering if you can wallbang through that wall. And just get him right there. I wonder if you can shoot through that wall with like an AWP or something and get him. If they try to fall back and stuff like that. I'd have to see these things once it eventually comes out in game. Which I'm hoping is soon. He said, FMPone said that it's gonna have to look over feedback from the community about the map, obviously, like, why wouldn't you? But I'm hoping whatever feedback they get, they can do in a quick manner, because I want to play this map ASAP. I love how open the map feels. If before the map felt really closed in, like there wasn't anything around the map. The Dust 2 and Mirage have the same problem. It feels like it's just that location and there's nothing around it. But now, this feels like I know exactly what type of place I'm in, where I sort of am. The fact that, like, you can see factories in the background. I am in a construction area. There's cranes. Cranes have always been on cache. But now, like, CT spawn, I was just looking, it looks like what used to be two walls, or two fences, sorry, one wall, one wall, one fence, is now just completely open. That looks like what that is. And if that's so, I want to just have a look outside there and see what's out there. If is there another city in the background, or is there anything there? Sorry I'm talking over the game, but like, damn, we're not here for the game. We're here to look at the map. Dude, they've really touched up on this lighting. The lighting looks so nice. So another comment I saw before from, I think it was, well, I think it was Elige. Elige said that, wait, no, who was it? It might have been Ethan. I think it was Ethan, actually. Ethan said something about the digital vibrance thing. And I have digital vibrance enabled on my monitor, but only, like, sort of half enabled. So, the colors aren't too bad for me. They're still really vibrant, but I don't mind it. There is! Look, there's buildings in the background. CT spawn. Yes! But yeah, the colors aren't too bad for me. I like what the colors look like. I don't mind at all. I just realized it's still really quiet for you.
Seeing a lot of Spider-Men in the crowd. More frags from Elige. He hasn't had many poor performances.
But yeah, like, what they were saying, what I was thinking is that the colors don't look too bad for me, but for the people who really ramp up their digital vibrance to like
Yeah, so that's
100%.
a really powerful incentive.
This
You look
map
down the CT
is
side, I mean, you have
going to
control right there,
be
especially that bomb
almost
down, that's gonna be,
distractingly
a very
vibrant.
powerful spot. They're gonna sort of rotate
To
everything
me,
down now.
like,
They're gonna smoke
this
it,
isn't
send it,
distracting at all,
and
but to
these
some
are
other
great spot.
people
I
it
never
might
saw
be.
many kills in this spot, but as much
Dude,
damage as possible.
that is
I
sick.
assume it's the same value in
The
terms of that
the
Swiss
wall
round.
bangable
Some damage,
like
but not
garage
a whole
doors
lot.
have been
It might not
replaced
be
with like
identical
sort
damage,
of
but
Okay.
it
windows.
should be very
That's
similar.
really
Hello.
cool. Tarek,
Another one.
another
Added to
one.
the tally. 3 nice kills.
I really like
In
how
this
Tree
game,
Room is really
start off
decrepit as
the
well.
return of
I
DV
really like
Cash.
that. This whole map looks
Yeah, he's
decrepit,
got his work
but
cut out
Tree
for him
Room
quite
has that
possibly.
rotting
Doesn't
away
look good to
wood
say
and
the
stuff
least.
like that. It looks
You can't
really
jump through
nice.
that window. It looks like variation. Oh, that's so cool. So you
That's
can boost
better.
instead of using the ladder. This gives you your head instead of the whole body. That
That's
is a really cool
that's
idea.
Like that as
nice.
well. We saw Nitro
Yeah, you
take
can
some
definitely
bullets
wallbang
from
that.
the other direction.
That's
It looks
nice.
like the bomb is down towards A
Dude, the
as well.
things that
So I'm hoping
professionals
to see some
find,
Kenny
man.
S action here.
Well,
They
he's got the
they
AWP.
just
His
find
teammates
everything.
were just Eagles. He's going to have to step up and go above and beyond.
I
As he
mean,
races towards the CT
Olaf
truck.
Pass
You
is
can
a
see the angle now,
thing.
the players crossing towards quad. And that's the one we're
Olaf
looking
Master
for. That's
just
the AWP
completely
angle,
just
and that's lovely. He's gonna take
destroys
Ethan down,
that
but
map
still looking for more here.
in
Trying to back him
every
up.
way
Let's get a second
possible.
bite of the
I
cherry.
like this
Stewie
angle from
crosses
truck.
over,
I
pretty far
really
in
like that
position.
angle.
Kenny will start to reposition here. Steele, who still
That
gets
should
rid of
make
down
being
on the
truck
forklift
not
position.
completely useless, because
2
before
taking a little bit of
sitting
damage
truck
there.
was
It's gonna
only
be down to
really
Kenny.
useful
Remember, the
for
only player
watching
that
A
can hit the
main
snap
and
is the
highway.
weapon
That's
his
really
teammates
it.
have
But
the
like
Eagles.
now you
It's
can
a
actually
Nico,
watch
but
side
here
from
he
truck.
comes, a classic clutch.
Kenny.
Have you ever seen anything like it? That's what we wanted to see with the AWP.
He dies on Old Cash.
That was S tier. A tier was the Bison. It was pretty crazy times.
Bizon.
2K making light work of the Bison users here. So Team Sporty really sabotaging the finance and chance of winning the game.
Don't ever call it the Bizon ever again.
Control now. The Bisons aren't working out, surprisingly.
Stop calling it the
So
Bizon.
we
I swear to
reevaluate
God.
It's actually
Oh,
become
config, get the knife. Get the knife. Get the knife. Come on, config. Yes. Final thoughts. The map is beautiful. The map
Really happy with what I saw there.
is going to be so fun to play. This map is going to be so fun to play. So, final thoughts. The map is absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to play it. October 10th. October 10th, it comes out on the Steam Workshop. That would be the 11th. So 11 days from now, and I'll have access to the new cache, and that gets me very excited. I want to see this map in 4x3 stretched. I want to see if all of the lineups that I've made for my team still work. I genuinely am curious, because it looks like they've kept like all of the lineups, all of the known lineups. It looks like they've kept the actual like things to line up for, and we've seen by Nitro throwing that smoke. I think it was Nitro throwing that smoke into mid. That was a really good lineup. You can now throw that from Z safely. That molly from truck, you can now molly quad from truck. That is very nice. So retaking on A should be easier now for the CTs, but it also means that there's a lot more angles you have to check, and so it evens itself out, but it makes the map overall better to play. It makes the map less T-sided than what it was. I'm expecting to see a lot more CT-sided wins for mid control, because there's going to be the person who didn't watch this. There's going to be the silver who didn't watch this and just hopped into a cash game expecting it to be normal. Map's completely changed. Throws the same Z smoke they always throw every round. Go mid. get popped from that window. So, it's going to be different, but it's not going to be different in a bad way. Like, this map looks pristine. It looks so good, and I just hope the FPS is stable, for the love of God. FM Pone, and I can't remember the name of the other map maker. I'm trying to get it to come to mind, but I cannot remember for the life of me. Please tell me that this map is optimized, because I want it to be. This map looks sick, and I want to play it. I want to find new smoke lineups for A site. I feel like that's going to be a very interesting thing to do, and possibly you could even use some smokes or mollies bouncing off that light post from B main. You can bounce it. You can bounce like a smoke from that light post, which would normally go to, I don't know, heaven probably, but it might be able to bounce tree room. I don't know. It could be a thing. We won't know until October 11th. So there you go. It is currently 3 a.m. I am very tired. I'm not editing this until the morning. Screw you. Good night.